Magic was not found in an ancient tomb or some shipwreck on a tropical island. Its creator did not just wake up one morning and scribble down all the cards in a stroke of genius. Let's relive the past, crack open our time vault and see what magic was like before it was even magic. Thoralf, you have 6 Magic the Gathering booster packs here. Take 3 of them, put the other 3 aside. Look at them, you might notice something weird.
Oh yeah, look at those. Those are the cards the people tested Magic with. Before Magic existed.
The cards didn't exist yet, so they printed them on pieces of paper, and at the time, you opened 3 booster packs, made a deck with it, and then played a game.
Hiya!
Do you have lands? If you have one, I have bad news for you. Because back then the rules of Magic were either you had 0 lands and you could mulligan, or you had 7 lands and then you could mulligan, but if not, you just kept what Richard Garfield gave you.
I am keeping what Richard Garfield gave me. But we have one important rule. We have to play for stakes. We have to ante it up.
Old Magic used to have gambling.
We have to flip the top card of your library and it's not ours anymore. It goes into the void. And whoever wins this match wins those cards.
If you beat me, Thoralf, you get my mountain.
I can win a whole mountain.
You can win an entire mountain, Thoralf.
Alright, then let me show you. If you win, you win a Balrog.
Oh, perfect, he lives in the mountain. Wait, Balrog? That's Lord of the Rings. Before Magic even began, they had universes beyond.
Magic as Garfield intended.
Exactly.
True stuff.
And I hope you came ready to beat my, and this is wild, because I opened a Mox Sapphire, which is like a 30,000 euro card right now? Mox is just an artifact. It costs 0. You put it into play and it taps for a blue.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
45 maybe?
Back then people go like, why would I play it? I have lands.
Your island also does that. Yeah. So people are like, well, these are terrible. Some people just like replace they didn't have enough islands, they'll just put a Mox in there.
It had the downside of being destroyed or stolen.
Yeah, a lot of stuff kills artifacts. Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have anything good to play with it. Because we just could play the lands we opened in our hands and just the cards we opened in those 3 packs. So I'm gonna play this Plains, and I do have a Pegasus. It's a 1/1, cost white, and it flies.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have flying, it flies.
It flies.
I'll pass the turn to you with my Pegasus.
Do I draw a card? Is that how Magic works?
Yes, it still is.
So your cards exist. My card was too strong and doesn't exist. I play a Twin Peaks. It's just a land that taps for 2.
That's absurd, because at the time, you would just play with what you had in packs, so they would regulate this by making it rare. But we all know, in modern days of Magic, you can just go on Cardmarket and buy the cards you need. Yep. So if you could just, everyone had access to 4 of these, games would be completely different. Magic the Gathering would be an entirely different game.
On those cards, the mana cost is a bit tricky, because they're not 2 in red, as you can see here on Mana Flare. It's actually 2 mana of this card, and 1 of them is red. So this card costs 2 mana, 1 and a red. And Mana Flare says, all lands now produce 2 mana of the appropriate color. So I want to share my wealth. I have a land that already taps for 2. Now, every land is a Twin Peaks.
I really wanted to tap lands of the inappropriate color, so this is kind of disappointing to me.
Go.
I will play this island. Fun fact, the WURBG of the different colors of Magic, you know how we use B for black, yes, but there's B and U? This is where it comes from. Richard Garfield didn't have the printing color or symbols yet, so he had to use letters for the costs. This is why it's U. Now I have 5 mana on turn 3. Welcome to old Magic. Somehow it feels a lot like modern Magic. I'm gonna attack you for 1 with my Pegasus. And then I'll play a card that was good then. It's good now. It's good in every situation. It's a Juggernaut. Whoa. Yeah, that's the appropriate reaction to a Juggernaut. It's an artifact. It's not a 4/0. It's a 5/3. And the interesting thing is it says must attack each turn if possible. Can't be blocked by walls. It says 4/0, but it's actually a 5/3, which is 5 power, 3 toughness. It costs 4 to play, and the 0 is just there to say it has no abilities and no colored mana.
Yeah. Very strong. Juggernaut was amazing back then.
It was. It still is.
Play a Bayou. So now for 4 mana, because my Bayou taps for 2 mana of black, which is appropriate, I'll play a Plague. It costs 4 mana. 2 of them is black. And now, for each black that I pay, I do 1 damage to each player and each creature in play. This card exists, and they realized it's too strong. So now they added, when there's no creature, you have to sacrifice it.
This is wild, and this is why you need playtesting, because being able to wipe the board any turn just by paying some life is very powerful.
Go.
So I have 1 turn with my Pegasus and my Juggernaut. Unfortunately,
it must attack each
turn. So I'll attack you for 6. Oh, that's a swing. So I'll play a mountain. I'm gonna tap 7 mana, and you know how they say cards these days have too much text on them?
I do.
Little have they heard of cards like Hydra. It's a Hydra, and in this case it's red because it says R.
Yeah.
X-Spells used to be different. It needs to be X and just one of them has to be red. It's not like nowadays where you have to play red and X and then it's just the X.
So the 1 mana you got spotted for free.
Yes. This will have 7 counters on it, but in parentheses, Richard wanted you to know that the counters are heads. The Hydra's power is equal to the number of heads, which is now 7.
Okay.
Remove 1 for each damage the Hydra takes. It costs 1 to regenerate a head, just lost, and 5 to grow a new one. Cannot be regenerated after all heads are destroyed. So I pay 1 to prevent a head from dying, but 5 to add a head. I'll pass the turn to you.
7/7.
That gets extra heads and has regenerate for 1.
Yeah, I will add a plains, same one as you, and then make 2 white and instantly Swords to Plowshares your Hydra, which still exists. Everybody knows it. Only the description is a little bit different. Remember what Swords to Plowshares does? Everybody remembers? Tell me, you know it from your head.
You exile a creature, its controller gains life equal to its power.
Correct. This one says, 1 creature takes up farming.
As a rule.
I'm not kidding. Creature discarded from game, no regeneration, raise that, etc. It actually names the card that could deal with it. Owner gets creature power in life.
Can I pay 1 to regenerate from farming?
No regeneration.
That's unfortunate. It's taken up farming.
Also, very kind to remember, returns to deck after game. And then, for 4 mana, I will cast a Fungosaur, which leaves me with 1 black mana, because in total I have 6. Each time the Fungosaur is damaged, but not destroyed, put a counter on it, representing a +1/1. I have black mana, remember what I'm gonna do with my black mana? I'm using it for the plague. Each player and each creature take 1 damage. Your Pegasus dies. Your Juggernaut takes 1, but that doesn't do anything. But most importantly, my Fungosaur gets stronger. And is now 3/3.
That's a strong combination.
Yeah, it's a 1-2 punch.
I thought I was winning because I had a Juggernaut and a Pegasus. But now this Fungosaur is Fungosos. So I'm gonna play Force. If I attack, will you block?
Yes.
Show me.
All right, you have to attack. No, I'm not blocking, obviously.
Yeah, obviously not.
Why does it have to attack?
It actually makes the card better.
I always got you.
So now this Fungosaur is going to grow to inappropriate sizes. So I'm going to show you a very good reason to play test. I'm going to tap 2 forest, 1 forest, and tap for 2 mana, thanks to the mana flare, to play a card that using it and activate it together costs the price it usually costs to play it, Jamdayato, which normally in today's days is a 4 mana artifact that you pay 4 mana to tap and draw a card. But here it's a 2 mana artifact that goes, oh, and you pay 2 mana to draw a card. Yes, that's what he looks like he's making as a sound.
Crazy. That is what they did? As a reference, Jamda's Tome was still good.
Yeah, it was still very playable.
It was still played.
I will tap it and tap this 2 red from the mountain.
Right.
And I will draw a card.
And now you will draw 2 cards every turn.
Yes, unfortunately this one does not deal with the Fungosaur. So I will pass the turn to you.
So your Juggernaut is 5 power, that's still very big.
If you get swamps, you can get rid of it.
Okay, I'm gonna do something cool, which unfortunately never made it to Magic, or I guess fortunately never made it to Magic. I will tap 4 red, and then cast Chaos. I will read it to you, but I will leave the last word out of it. Mix hands with your opponent.
In today's Magic, people will have a panic attack.
And take back the same number of cards you started with. So I can tell you, I had 2 islands, so I'm not getting any islands back.
So you're basically throwing some islands at me, which once again, in real life, would be a lovely thing to do.
Let's see. Okay, well, I got 1 island back, but 1 of the cards. I hope you like the island, because then I'm telling the last word that I was omitting. Permanent. You will keep your island, and I will keep your card. So if you steal your opponent's Black Lotus.
Yeah, so if your opponent has 1 Black Lotus in hand and like, sweet, I drew my Black Lotus, I'll save it for next turn.
It's yours, yeah. Imagine the sweat. You're just like shuffling the cards. It's like, no. Yeah, well, that was fun. Carl, this is brilliant. That was the best play of the universe. Give me up.
Yeah, you got my card that turns a card and land into a swamp.
So I will make 2 black. And with the 1 black, I will make my plains now a swamp. So now I have 1
your
black.
plague is so good.
And now I'll make 3 black in total and activates the plaque 3 times.
Putting you down to 4.
Yes.
But my Juggernaut's dead.
And then attacks you for 6.
Ooh, that's a clock.
I have my island. I'm happy. It's your turn.
So you've got me in quite the clock, but your life total is also life total low.
I will not use the plague for much longer, I can tell you.
Gem Dias Tome, draw a card. Always draw a card. And then I'm going to use one of the whites, and then these 2 and red, and play Karma, which is obviously from Universes Beyond Calvin and Hobbes. Each swamp in play does 1 damage to the owner during upkeep. And you currently, is Bayou a swamp here because it doesn't have Forest Swamp?
Reading the card explains the card. I would argue still functions in 1992. So it says provide either 1 green or black mana. It does not say swamp.
Unfortunately, I will have to agree with you there.
Unfortunately,
this one says land is now swamp. So I will deal you 1 damage per turn, which unfortunately is not as fast of a clock as your Fungasaur.
No.
And then unfortunately, I will have to hope you have nothing else.
I mean, it does prevent me from making my Fungasaur bigger.
Yes, it saves my life for a bit of a while.
Okay.
What happens on your upkeep? Karma.
Also, how did you not draw swamps?
I have 0 swamps. I don't think I had any in my packs.
I love drawing the cards because it could be anything. Like, normally I know what I put in my deck. I also know what is an alpha, but this is even before.
You could also always draw anything if you have a pen and a paper.
I also know the 1 course of action we're gonna do, and that is attack. 6/6.
It doesn't even say it on the card. You're just that good of a Magic player.
I would love to pump it, but unfortunately, I think Karma.
That would deal you 1, put you down to 2. That is a risky business.
Yeah, it is. You go.
So you have nothing.
Your island.
Oh. Well, you seem to have opened a lot of lands. Luckily, I draw 2 cards a turn if you have a big angry mushroom. So I like my chances. Oh. I was confused because I drew a marsh and I was like, oh, so it's Bayou, but no, it tests for blue and black mana. So they used to have it marsh and marsh was underwhelming. So they renamed it to Underground Sea, which is much cooler. So I'll play a marsh.
It's marsh cooler.
That's wonderful. We've agreed this is not a swamp. So this is not a swamp.
This is really unfortunate. If you've agreed to this before, now you can't do anything.
I will pay 2 to draw an extra card because I need an extra card to deal with the mushroom.
Marsh be nice.
And then I'll play a card that I'm pretty sure if I had auctioned it, you'd have already won the game because it would have been extra motivation for you. It's a Soul Ring.
Oh.
It's a 1, and for 0, it taps to it's the same. It's
So
always good.
They looked at this card and that checks
They're like,
out.
this is powerful
exactly
enough.
how we wanted to stay.
We don't need to make this bigger. Unfortunately, I then don't have anything going, so I'm just gonna have to hope not to die. Something happens on your upkeep though. You go down to 2. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? Why are you looking at my lands? Did you draw one of the many sinkholes? Because sinkhole is a common.
I drew the exact sinkhole, yes. Oh, it also is better because it only costs 1 black.
Oh yes, it's 1 and a black.
Yes.
Sinkhole used to be
So
absurd.
I'm gonna tap my Bayou, which is not a swamp, but it makes black. Which is not a swamp, but I do actually have a swamp.
Oh my entire
You're right.
plan.
You're right. Your lands are too precious.
No.
I don't.
You can have all of them.
Nah, you know what? It's fine. I'm generous. So I'm gonna sinkhole my plains swamp. So it is destroyed.
Because it's just destroy target land, which is very fun in Magic the Gathering.
Yep, it's gone. You know what's also gone? 6 of your life total. So you go down to 5. Next
that's
turn,
dangerous.
your bing bong, ting tong. There's a third thing, but I didn't think of it yet. So
Do you have? Oh, you have an island. You can play it if you choose to.
oh, true. I'll play.
Wonderful. I will tap my Jendea Tome to draw another card because I need a blocker for that fungus. I'll play the island you gave me. This is going to be the most complicated shock you've ever seen.
Of me? I'm shocked.
Both, actually. Wait, get ready to hear the words of the text of the card shock and also be equally shocked.
Okay.
I'll pass the turn to you.
Okay.
Do you have any game actions at the end of my turn?
So no, but I'm yet not shocked.
Okay, it's coming.
Okay.
It's a slow burn. Before drawing your card,
Yes.
I will read Karma to you. Each swamp in play does 1 damage to the owners during upkeep.
No swamps to be seen.
I've noticed that. So, I will change the text on this card because this is something you used to be able to do in old Magic. I will play a card with Albert Einstein on it. Ironically, there are existing cards with Albert Einstein on it. This one is called Magical Hack, which seemed like an insult to Einstein, and he's kind of known for being really clever, so I don't agree with this. For 1 blue, changing the reading of any card by switching a land type mentioned in the spell to one of your choice. Effects last until target card leaves play. And this is why I've been encouraging you to play your lands to see if you'd ever play multiples of one. I will change the text on Karma, and it will now read, each mountain in play does 1 damage to the owner during upkeep. Shock deals 2 damage to target player. Do you feel shocked? How many mountains do you have? I feel so Einstein-like right now.
Not only Karma is a witch.
I also now get a Balrog in my deck.
You stole my Balrog!
Now that was a game, but let's crack open 6 more packs to add to our decks and hopefully make them better, and ideally get some lands of the right color. Gamma is not the first ever version of the game. Richard Garfield, the creator of Magic, originally drew 120 cards by hand that you would split into 2 piles of 60. You would keep on adding cards with your opponent until someone had taken so many cards from their opponent that they had an unusable deck. After tweaking this a little, he made the beta version of Magic's first draft. It had random packs that you could make your decks from, but creatures still had as much power as toughness, represented by 1 singular number in the corner. Gamma was truly the first time that it ever felt like Magic that we know today. 250 cards were made that are very similar to the cards that were actually released in Magic's first ever set. And 40 playtesters were assembled to sling spells and take notes. Okay, Thoralf, a pre-game action.
Oh!
My Hydra gave up farming.
They are done with farming now.
So they're going back into the deck. And now, after you draw your 7 cards, do you like your hand?
Yeah.
Does it have 7 lands?
It does not.
Does it have 0 lands?
It does not.
And you have to keep it then. Would you remove the top card of your library and put it into Ante? Oh, Twin Peaks! You get a natural selection, which is a ponder that does not draw.
I will show you an island, and it's you.
Draw, and I will play the Marsh and a Helm of Chutzulf, I think. It's 1 to play this artifact, and then for 1, I may stack 2 creatures. I have to tap it. That's banding, right?
You may stack 2 creatures. It's a very old school way of saying banding. Ooh, okay, I'll play a swamp and say go.
Okay, so one thing of note is that we've added the 2 packs and then removed the extra cards, so our decks are better now. It doesn't look like it yet. Because game 1 we played some excellent few turns, but now it's not so impressive. Because I will just play a forest, and I don't have any creatures to stack on top of each other. Meaning, no Jenga here, I'll pass a turn to you.
Ooh, I drew a land that I needed, very good. I'll play a second swamp, and then for 3 mana, and 2 of them black, I will cast a Spectre, also known as Hypnotic
Please
Spectre.
tell me it's not Hypnotic. Oh.
Well, it costs 3 mana, 2 of them are black. It's a 2/2 fly. If Spectre deals damage to opponent, then opponent must discard a card at random. Does sound a lot like it.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot like Hypnotic Spectre.
Your turn.
I have a card that gets rid of it, but it costs too much mana. So I'm going to play this Swamp, and hope you don't discard it at random from my hand.
Oh, that was your turn. Ah,
Yeah,
I thought you'd do something relevant as well. No.
we just basically draw what we get.
That is a magic card, my friend. I attack you for 2.
Is it the one you mean that is already on the table?
No.
Oh no, I'm in trouble.
That also means you have to discard a card.
At random.
My Spectre is hungry. This one.
That was just your mouth, Thoralf.
It turns out you cannot find water with this.
Oh,
So
but you can find trolls.
Ah, no, I already found a troll. It's playing against me. I'll play Mountain. And not a major wizard, not a medium wizard. It's a minor wizard. 3 mana, 1/1, can tap for 1 damage. That's it.
I will draw because I have nothing to do and no creatures to stack. I'm going to play this Plains, and then I will tap to play the Soul Ring you know about. It taps for 2 mana.
Okay. I believe it. It's a good turn. Did you just draw that?
I did just draw that. You know when you look at your hand and you're like, wow, I have 3 cards. I'd really like to play all of them. But you can't because you don't have enough mana. This added 1. So I'll tap it for 2 colorless, and then a white, and a black. And I will play a card that doesn't exist, and I don't exactly understand how it works. But welcome to Marvel, because this is Superman. It says superhero because copyright.
Again, foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing. You may sacrifice the superhero at any time to destroy a creature. The creature cannot regenerate. Of note, it's a summon superhero. It's a creature, but it doesn't have any power toughness. So I believe it might die. But before it does, Superman's not very strong.
It doesn't have power and toughness.
I don't know, I can sacrifice it, but it's summon superhero. But it doesn't have power or toughness. It doesn't matter, it's gonna go. I'm gonna get rid of your Hypnotic Spectre with it.
It
can't be regenerated.
Terror it? Like, is it killable? I mean, now that it doesn't matter, but...
I have no idea, and I don't want to argue about this for the next 25 minutes.
Also,
or do you want to?
Actually, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. I'm glad we agree. Superhero kills your Spectre.
That was fun.
Yeah. Okay, and you know how I said I had a lot of spells to play?
No, that was like 20 minutes ago.
Animate Dead.
Okay.
It's an enchantment. I would like to target the superhero because it's very powerful.
We have no idea.
Because we don't know if it just dies as a state-based action from not having any toughness, I will target the Spectre because it doesn't say my grave. It just says dead creature comes back.
My Spectre?
It comes back with 1 less power, so it's a 1/2.
Bad day already.
If this enchantment is lost, the creature dies again. I love how it's sassy. It dies again. And I will pass the turn to you. And it's too big for Minor Wizard to hit it.
Wonderful. I'll play Plains. And then I play the Hive. Actually, factually, the Hive.
The one and only.
Yeah. For 5 mana and 5 mana use, create a 1/1 flying creature.
So you spend 5 mana for an enchantment that if you pay 5 mana, you make a 1/1 creature which can't attack?
Yes. It says use your own counters. Tap.
And I collectively use 2 mana to draw a card. There's a lot of balancing needed.
True.
I had a card that I wanted to play anyways. I'm going to use this Plane because the Spectre is a little bit unholy and a little bit inappropriate. So let's make it appropriate and holy by giving it holy strength. So it's a creature that has +1/+1, so now it's a 2/3. It's also a dead, I don't know. I'll attack you for 2.
Wait, how does a dead thing that got reanimated have holy strength? Alright, you hit me for 2. You have to discard a card.
Okay, discard.
Cursed land.
Okay.
It's cursed.
That's what it got in the graveyard because it has been cursed.
We ignored.
And then I will play the Swamp and don't have much to do right now except for keeping on hitting you with the Spectre.
Alright, my Mana Wizard would like to play your song. So now your Spectre is big.
Oh, what's a 2/3? Relatively.
So, I drew a card that normally would have not done anything, but thanks to Richie G, the man and the universe, that card does something before it gets changed. I will play a counterspell.
I have nothing on the stack.
Right. You see. Cancel target spell being cast, or, because counterspell was not good enough, a previously cast enchantment. I would like to kill the Animate Dead with my counterspell.
So counterspell used to counter spells, but also disenchant?
Fun fact, yeah, it also would cost only 1 in the blue.
So do you want the Holy Strength or the Animate Dead?
Ding, 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 ding.
That's unfortunate. One of those is a considerably better play. Animate Dead is destroyed. If this enchantment is lost, the creature dies again.
It dies again. Yeah, counterspell. What a card. And then, for 2 mana, I will cast Circle of Protection, Red Magic.
Oh, red magic.
Yes, I may pay 1 mana to cancel damage inflicted on you by a red spell or creature.
It's so nice that you would do that.
Yes, so anything that's red can't touch me.
Woo! So you've used your only counterspell, so I believe I'm safe afterwards. You probably just have like an island. I will play a card that exists today, Demonic Tutor. Search your deck and take 1 card into your hand. Reshuffle your deck afterwards. I'm gonna get this Balrog and put it into my hand, and you'll find out what it does next turn. Thank you very much for giving that to me willingly, not at all against your own will, in the first game.
You know what? My Mana Wizard plays you another song, but in the end, it didn't matter. And now I have to find a plan. And I hope the plan includes, I don't know, something really good.
Is it a Source of Plowshares?
No, it's, well, kinda. It's the blue Swords to Plowshares. I will cast Ancestral Recall. Sorry, Ancestral Memory. Draw 3. 1, 2.
They are very heavy. Magic cards have gone lighter with time.
I'll play an island. Most likely yours. Thank you very much. And then I'm gonna tap 5 to make a hive. It's a high 5. Hive.
No, you have to tap 5, not high 5. Oh, you have to, yeah, you're right.
I tap 5.
That's what tapping means.
Yes. It says use your own counters, so I'm gonna do that.
I'm usually very strict on using the right tokens for things.
Right.
But I would argue that in this setting, this is the right token.
Although, I think Carl would still draw his own token.
Can it be a Thoralf?
If I have wings. Oh! I don't have a mouth.
It's closed currently.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I hate it. I shoot myself. No. Go ahead.
I have to draw. Unfortunately, the thing is, if I play my Balrog, he's really big and strong, but he deals me 7 damage unless I sacrifice a creature every turn. And although my creatures, once I get them, can stack.
Right.
I currently don't have any. Well, I have one. But first, I'm unfortunately going to have to use this mountain to lightning bolt your minor wizard.
Oh, he plays you a last song.
Meaning now he's had a minor injury. And then I will underwhelmingly just play a creature that will be future fodder to my Balrog. Savannah Lions
Wow.
used to be considerably worse. Now we know what the Savannah does to people. It gives them +1 power.
Oh, yeah, but it's cool. They thought, okay, that's kind of bad. We'll make it better.
Yep. I'll pass the turn to you.
I'll draw a card. Oh, all of this is very tragic.
You have 4 cards in hand. 5 cards in hand.
I'm a victim of back magic, where you need all your lands to be the right thing. I'm gonna play forest. I'm gonna attack.
You have lands of 6 colors. How do you have nothing to play?
Yeah, I know. You know, inside you are 2 dragons. Some of them cost 2 red mana. Here you go.
Oh, well, this is even more convenient. I am going to play the Balrog. It's a 7/7 flyer.
Yeah.
If it destroys its blockers,
Yeah.
excess damage is dealt to the opponent. So it basically has trample.
Okay.
And during
Well,
upkeep...
super trample, right? It kills the creature.
No, if Balrog destroys its blockers, trample you usually have to deal excess damage.
Oh.
So only if it's dead, it's trample.
Okay.
It's the most inconvenient way of saying trample possible.
Is that really the best way you could have said?
If Balrog destroys its blocker, in parentheses S, excess damage is dealt to opponent.
Yeah.
During upkeep, sacrifice a creature, possibly a lion, not the Balrog, important to know. If you have no creatures, lose 7 lives. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't tap, so I get to still attack you for 7. I'll make sure to give it some fodder by adding these pixies. It's a 0/1, it flies, and when it hits you, although it deals you 0 damage, I may swap 1 card randomly with pixies. So you get pixies,
And you get a card of mine.
once again, permanent.
Yes. Also, we found out the diet of a Balrog is apparently lions and pixies.
Yes.
No vegetables. I like chives, so I will make another token for my hives.
You are a poet.
I know.
So what do you want now?
Wait, are you drawing another thing? Okay. Now I want the silence of the universe.
I drew you a fly. Directions were unclear.
Wow. 15 mana, 2 1/1 flyers. Can you feel the value? Normally I would say it's oozing, but it's flying. I'll play a forest, which I have in hand, and then I'm gonna play a worm. You think, oh, it's a cute little worm. It's a 6/4 for 6 mana. I can't attack, so it's true.
Balrog is hungry. During your upkeep, sacrifice a creature, not the Balrog. If you have no creatures, lose 7 lives. I know there's a dragon in your hand, so I want to someday have a chance of getting it. I will sacrifice a lion. Oh look, it's gone. And then I will draw a card for turn.
Where did it go?
I've never seen this card before. I will tap black for Demonic Eternity. And I thought it was a tutor, but this is considerably more interesting.
Okay.
If opponent does not concede immediately,
Now, or can you finish the sentence?
I'll finish the sentence.
Okay.
Just for you.
Thank you.
Each of you ante an extra card from the top of your decks. The game will then count double. So would you like to concede immediately to my Balrog? If not, we both ante a card. Do you think you will win this game? I believe it to be unlikely.
Yeah, me too. Okay, hear me out. This looks bad.
I know, I agree.
Many normal circumstances I would concede. But we're doing a video. We're doing it for you. I'm doing it for you. You're trying to shorten the game. No. We're not gonna have it. So let's make a deal. You like and subscribe. And I'm not conceding. Yes, you too. Yeah. All right, let's play on.
Oh, they subscribed. Darn it. Okay, you're not conceding? Let's see what you ante out.
Oh, no. I love the card. It's chaos.
I get chaos if I win. You get, well, I'll get Pegasus
You're stealing my whole strategy of Twin Peaks and chaos. Okay.
Now let's see the damage. I'll attack you with the Balrog.
So blocking with my creatures does really nothing. So, yeah. 7 damage.
And I'll pass the turn to you.
Okay. Let's believe in miracles. I'm gonna attack you. And let's attack with her.
That is only fair. I will take 8.
And now, I will tap 4 and cast.
Your dragon?
No, unfortunately not. I'm still missing the mountain for my dragon. I'll cast, but I get myself a dragon. I will cast control magic. Creature comes under your control. Not tap this turn. Not permanent.
Oh, not permanent. So, oh no, you're gonna get my Balrog.
Yeah, I will get your Balrog because then. Oh, wait. I would just say that because then I have to sacrifice. But actually, I'm nice.
No, I actually really like my pixies because I want that dragon. No, wait.
I'll take the pixies.
That's so good.
Well, the pixies don't matter. No, you're fine anyway. But
I'll take pixies. You don't matter.
No.
No. Oh wait, That's lethal.
Your Balrog is a hungry boy.
I should have blocked.
Possibly.
Do you have any further game actions? Would you like to make a bug?
No, I'm good. It's your turn. Your upkeep. What happens in your upkeep?
I'll sacrifice a creature, in parentheses, not the Balrog.
Okay, what are you sacrificing?
As I only have the Balrog, I unfortunately lose 7 lives. Now let's add 6 entire piles to each of the pools from which we can build our decks to finally see who can win with the best decks we've built yet. Okay, for all the marbles, I go first. It's not marbles, it's the top card of your library. Do you have 7 or no lands?
Nope. And I will show you. Oh, no, you can draw.
The Hive. It was actually okay. Swords to Plowshares. I will go first. So I will play a swamp, and I will pass the turn.
I will draw. I'll start off again with a Twin Peaks, and use horror.
Is that a goblin? That looks like someone who pressed their face against a photocopy machine.
Exactly. It's goblins.
I only see one in the art. I will play a mountain. And since I don't have currently anything else to play, I will pass the turn.
Okay. Ooh. I will take you for 1.
Okay, I'll go to 19.
Yes. But you won't stay there.
Yeah, that's how magic works.
I will tap my 2 red and play Starburst. It is a little bit confusing. If we want the game to end now, then we can interpret it the wrong way. It says opponent loses next turn.
Yeah, the really fun thing is there's a card called Time Walk, which is 2 mana, you gain an extra turn.
Also in, well, this pile.
It is also in this pile. But Richard Garfield hadn't considered, he was like, oh, this is the more metal way. Your opponent loses their next turn, so they skip their next turn, and then you go again. But if you read opponent loses next turn,
it puts you on a tight clock.
I would not blame you for thinking they just lose the game.
What an unfun card. It's just like, why
2 mana, destroy target player.
I'm gonna gain an extra turn. I'll play a Plains. And Pegasus, the star of the popular
That is a beatdown plan.
series Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yes.
1/1 flying. I'll untap because it's my turn. I've seen you still, as promised, have life total, so I'm gonna reduce one.
Okay.
And since I'm totally aggro, I'm gonna play a forest and a Jog Air Naut, which is like an astronaut, only jogger.
I was just thinking that I was missing a target for my lightning bolt.
Oh no.
Juggernaut is amazing, and that's what made this card so much better. I'm gonna play 1 to target Juggernaut and deal him 3 damage.
Could have been the best game ever.
And then I'm gonna untap, and oh man, this, I was looking and thinking how I was dead.
Are you dead?
And everything just came up, Carl. I'm gonna play a swamp.
So good.
And a Mock Sapphire, as you remember from game 1.
Don't remember that at all.
And I'm gonna tap all 4 of them and play a Juggernaut.
Hey! It outclasses my dragon, which is not good. So I'm gonna attack you for 1. And we've seen Superman. We've seen Albert Einstein. Did you know that there's also the Rock in this? Yes, it's the Rock. A 3/3 flying. And a forest. You go.
I will untap. Unfortunately, I must attack.
Oh yeah, right.
And currently, you have a very convenient blocker that is not a wall. I will attack into your rock. Would you like to commit to the trade?
Yeah, I think I can't beat a Juggernaut, so I'm gonna block with my Rock. I mean, funny, the Juggernaut meets a Rock, and they both die.
And the rock is not a wall.
Yeah.
And we'll play a forest and pass the turn to you.
Swamp. I'll attack you for 2.
Oh, just like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Show me what you can do.
Woo! I was so toast if I'd not draw land there. Because now I get to play a Golem. 6 mana, none of them colors. Treat
like
Golem
Juggernaut.
as a creature and artifact.
It's a 4/6?
It's a 4/6.
Okay.
It also is wearing a little coat. I'll pass the turn to you.
How am I beating a 4/6? Oh, I have a plan. Yeah. I attack with my Pegasus.
Okay.
And then Look at it. The power goes on. I'm gonna play a unicorn. This should be unicorns.
Yeah.
So amount of goblins is a 1/1. One unicorn is a 2/2.
Okay.
Go.
Goblins aren't very strong. You know what is strong? A mountain.
Okay.
I'm happy we agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to have a mountain actually.
I'm gonna attack you with golem.
I'll take 4.
Okay. And then, I was dreading the moment I would play this card because its name confounds me. Thoralf, what is a scaff?
There is one of the playtesters was called Scaphalias.
Oh, is he magic? Because this is Magic Scaff.
Oh, maybe.
Summon Magic Scaff. Oh, maybe Magic is his first name, or he's like a basketball player. It's a 4/5. It costs black, black, red, red, green, green, and I love this one. Pay 1 mana to make him huge. All caps. Double stats. So if I pay this 1 Mox Sapphire, which I want immediately, it becomes an 8/10. And if I pay another one,
No.
it becomes a 16/20.
No, really? This is what it does?
It says pay 1 mana to make him huge. Double stats. This has to be a mistake, right?
I mean,
well, we didn't see
it was
this in
never
alpha.
printed, yeah, so who knows? All things are considered, it's quite equal. I'm going to attack you with my 1/1 Pegasus.
Okay.
And you go.
I'm going to pay 2 and a red. No. I'm going to play red, red, because it's old magic.
True. Well done.
And both red will be X. All non-flying creatures and both players suffer X damage.
Wow, Earthquake got even better.
Earthquake was insane.
Yeah. Dead. Dead.
I will make Magic Scaff an 8/10.
First, I'll try to deal 3 damage.
I will make it an 8/10.
Ah, you found the line.
Okay, then it's going to become a 16/20.
Yes.
I will attack you with both of these creatures.
How big is Magic Scaff? There's only one right answer.
A 32/40?
No, there's only one right answer.
A 74/80?
There's only one right answer.
On 148, 160?
It's huge.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. It says it on the text. It's huge!
Is it enough?
Yes, I believe so.
Well done.
Well done.
You won Magic. You won the Hive? No, you won the Hive! Do you think there's somebody who just played 1 game of Magic, anteed up a Black Lotus, won it, and then just
Quit? Someone at some point in history didn't realize, but played against someone who anteed a Black Lotus, and were playing for more money than anyone's ever played for in a game of Magic.